What's up, peeps? My Vapes here. Today we got a new from Geekvape. It's a refillable disposable. Yeah, refillable disposable. Anyway, yes, it's called the Kloud with a K 35k. So, yeah, very interesting device. Don't understand why, but I think it's supposed to be for those people that have it in their heads that disposables are like the only thing they could vape, to get them to vape something that looks like a disposable. It's almost, well, it is a disposable, but you could refill it 3 times, that's what they're claiming, before you could dispose of it. So yeah, that's the Kloud 35k. So let's go dive down. Let me show you guys what you get, everything about it. We'll come back and talk about it some more. And here's the packaging the Kloud 35k by Geekvape comes in. Inside the packaging will be this plastic baggie. And inside that baggie you'll have a user manual and a stat card. And here is the Kloud 35k. So, yeah, this is a one-piece device. It's basically a refillable disposable. So there is no liquid already in here when you get it. You put your own liquid in. But it's a hold throwaway device, which don't understand why, but that's what they've done, I guess, to make it like a disposable. Yeah. On the side, there'll be a sticker. Wait 2 minutes after refilling. Remove the isolator after refilling before use. So this peels right off. And we got the fill port right here. You got a little pull tab. That's where you fill it from. It holds 10 mLs of e-liquid, and they say you can refill it 3 times. Now, basically, the refilling this 3 times depends on the liquid you're using. If you're using a liquid that's not sugary, you might get 4 to 5 refills. I'm just guessing on that, but from my experience, yeah. Then you got some artwork here around the device. You got some branding there, Geekvape. Your charge port is right there. It's a 1000 milliamp hour battery. As you can see, there's no display on here, nothing. On the side here, though, that's closed and open. All right, so you got a hole right there, and that's going to be for your airflow. The airflow runs inside this slot, so no liquid can get through there. There is a plastic wall in between the liquid and the airflow area here. There's your mouthpiece. We do have another sticker over here. So let's fill this first. Oh, by the way, we do have a 0.6 mesh coil inside here. So I'll be adding some 12 milligram liquid in here, and I'm probably going to mix it. I'm going to do 12 and a 3. So I got some 12 in there and some 3 inside here. Close it up. And like it said on the little sticker, let it sit for a few minutes to make sure the cotton is fully saturated. All right, now we'll peel this off. All right, so this is inside here, and I think it blocks charging or something from happening. Might even be for the mouthpiece, so this way you don't take a hit. There's no power going to it. So now it is activated and ready to vape, which I'm not going to do. I'm going to let it sit, make sure that coil gets saturated. Now the device is going to come in a bunch of different colors. We got the purple and red. And there you go. That was the Kloud 35k by Geekvape. Let's go back on top. Let's vape on it, and I'll give you guys my thoughts. And there you have it. The up close. Kloud 35k by Geekvape. My thoughts, pros, and cons. Before we get into pros and cons, if you guys love vaping and vaping has helped you quit smoking, hit that like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Let me know. Are you a disposable person or a refillable person? Also, hit that notification bell icon to get alerted when I have a new upload up on YouTube. And a huge shout out to my Patreon peeps. Mike, your thoughts on this, pros and cons. First con's going to have to be, obviously, you only get 1 pod or 1 coil head, which you have no other choice. You can't swap it out. Like I said, it's a disposable, a refillable disposable. All right, so a con on that, there's no charging cable with this. Obviously, they don't want to give you a charging cable because you're going to end up throwing this away after you're done. So I can't really complain about these things. It's what it comes down to is you might think I'm being harsh on this device. I'm actually not being harsh on this device. It's a little confusing until I realize that this is actually a good thing. Even though it is a bad thing that you're throwing away a device, this is a good thing because a person that does use disposables and maybe wants to experiment and say, oh, let me try that. Let me look. Maybe I can find a liquid that I like. a non-ice. As you guys know, the disposables, they use that ice stuff. It's very, very rare when you see a non-ice disposable, but the majority ice. I don't understand it. It's nasty, but yeah. So for those that use disposables and have a hard time finding non-ice, this is a good thing. And the reason why it's a good thing is obviously the liquid, and the other reason is it gets them into refilling it themselves. And then they might say, you know what? I see that this company makes a device that's a non-disposable that's refillable. Maybe I'll get that. It's more economical. As you can see, I'm not handicapped. I could actually fill it myself. I don't need someone to do that for me. You know, at first I used to think, wow, that's got to be so hard for me to take liquid and put it inside a pod. I can't figure that out. Now you've learned. So, yeah, I could see that people that are going to use this maybe will go into using regular non-disposable items. So that's a positive. So I like this whole concept and idea. I like the outcome that it will have. That's what I like. So, Mike, how does it vape? We have the airflow controller on there. I got it fully open, 0.6 resistance. Let's have a hit. Restrictive direct lung. Now, the airflow, I could dial it down. I'm going to close it off, open it just a little bit, and what it does is it opens up a small slot, then it becomes a bigger slot for the fully open. Oh, just a little bit more. MTL. And it's a nice pull. So the device will cater to how you want to vape. You want to put a Nic salt in here and do a tight MTL, you can. Want to put a regular nicotine liquid in here and vape it in MTL, you can. You can do restrictive direct lung with it. You can have no issues with the airflow system on here. It is very tunable. 1000 milliamp hour battery, pretty good. 10 mLs of e-liquid, I think that's awesome that you can put 10 mLs inside here and go through your whole day and not have any issues, whatever. Well, if you're doing restrictive direct lung, you might not be able to, but in MTL, the 10 mLs, oh, you're good for a couple of days, 2-3 days maybe, depending on how much you vape. So the moral of the story is, even though this looks kind of ridiculous, I think this is a great stepping stone to get people away from disposables and using refillables and not throwing away your battery, which makes no sense to me. So there you go. That was the Kloud 35k by Geekvape. In the description below, no links to this. I'm not allowed. Good old YouTube policies. We'll have links to me, Mike Vape stuff. And I knocked over the microphone. Down below, as always. That's it, I'm done. Thank you, remember, be safe and keep on vaping.